All right, so let's talk about 3 things when we're out on the trail. Driver, vehicle, spotter. If you ask me what's the most important when we're doing tough obstacles, when you're on a new trail, I think that's a spotter. So let's meet Bryce Thompson. Bryce, good to see you out here.
Good to see you.
And let's talk about what makes a good spotter. So I've watched you work a little bit on these trails, watched you and your father work. Tell me about the keys to what you guys feel makes a good spotter.
Someone that's observant. You know, you find a lot of new guys spotting someone at the front tires, and they're always watching those front tires. I can steer my front tires. I want to know where the rear is at.
Okay.
'Cause the front, I can aim. I can guide my rear.
Yeah.
So being observant of everything, not just the task at hand. Just what's the front tire doing? You got to be watching all corners. And
Good.
Someone that's looking at the driver, paying attention to how they're driving. If they're a rough driver, or, you know, you got to communicate. Everyone's a little different. You got to kind of feel them out and learn them as quick as you can.
Absolutely.
That's the key.
And I noticed, you know, watching a lot of drivers this week on big obstacles during this event, I see a lot of people getting overwhelmed. And one of the things that I liked about watching the Thompsons work was that ability to keep people calm, first of all, right? You're not going to do anything silly. And secondly, to keep them focused on just what you need them to do right now, right?
Yep. So
how long you been at this?
Well, since I was in diapers. I was riding in the back of the Jeep, but I was I was very observant, riding with my dad and riding in the passenger seat and kind of watching him spot. Why was he spotting someone right there?
Yeah.
Because he spotted everyone. So I'd sit there and watch everyone. And so I've been doing it my whole life. I learned how to drive a manual at 8 years old on Milt Smile, in a little wheelies pickup. And once you learn that, automatic and the rest of it and lockers become easier,
right?
Experience more than anything. It just takes time.
Yeah. Now, do you guys, is this something a person could come to St. George, take a class? Do you guys offer classes to teach people?
So we actually offer free in classroom training.
That's awesome.
For basic off-roading 101. So it talks about trail etiquette, talks about safety, it talks about winching, talks about bumpers, lift kits, what the advantages of bigger tires are, and pros and cons, and everything in between. But we do have free classes online that you can sign up for.
That's awesome. I think that's something everybody should look into, especially people just getting their feet wet in the sport, right?
Totally.
Learn how to do it right, learn how to keep yourself safe.
Yep, and we're actually going to push it into driving classes in the next little bit. That will be a little bit more. You'll have to do the 101, and then the next one will be driving 101. Cool. And that
a natural progression.
And usually once a person goes out 3, 4, 5 times on a pretty decent trail, they get really comfortable. It takes time. As you saw, as we're out with some customers, they're really smooth and good, and the new person, but you could throw a person that knows absolutely nothing actually does a little better than someone that thinks
a little more cautious maybe?
Yeah, they listen to everything you do. So it's one of those, you just got to stay calm and really collective and pay attention.
That's awesome. Thanks, Bryce.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, buddy.